Yo, yo, yo. It's your boy King Marko in the building. Here to give y'all some game. Like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Follow me on IG, follow me on Twitter. King Score coming soon. Let's get into it. Mental health is real, people. On the real. Mental health is real. Okay. This nice looking young girl, Arlana Miller, took her own life, committed suicide. She's only 19 years old. She went to Southern University. She was actually a cheerleader. And for some reason, she felt that whatever she was going through was too much for her. And looking at her, I can tell you right now, no matter how pretty a girl is, okay, no matter how pretty how attractive anybody is, you really don't know what's going on inside of people. Okay. Okay. It seems to me that, you know, throughout her years, she's been dealing with some sort of depression. And, sometimes the pressures of life can be too much for anybody to bear. Now, she's a cheerleader and she's probably on a full ride scholarship at Southern University. And my personal opinion, she had torn her ACL, which might have caused her to, not be able to cheerlead anymore. There might be a certain situation where she might have been under pressure to where she might lose her scholarship if she can't perform what she was supposed to be doing, which was cheerleading. Okay, my guesstimation, she probably had a scholarship going to Southern University, and with her injuries and everything, she might not have been able to keep her scholarship. Her scholarship might have been in jeopardy. I'm not saying that's what it is. But that could have been a possibility, which weighs on her. Okay, she might not have come from a family of means, and so she probably needed that scholarship in order to stay in school. Because if she doesn't have that scholarship, she might not be able to go to college. Then on top of that, she was failing all of her classes. She must have been going through something that happened, something traumatic had happened to her that she really felt that she could only deal with it on her own. Okay, and she's 19 years old. Okay, she might not have been able to deal with whatever that she was going through by herself. So she might have felt that the best way to deal with it is to take her own life. Now, my understanding is that she's been contemplating suicide for quite some time, which means that whatever she's been going through, whatever traumatic moment she's had in her life, happened when she was a child. Okay. Now, she also stated that COVID-19 and her having that torn ACL and her failing her classes and everything brought a lot of depression. And I can honestly tell you that some people, went mentally crazy by being told to stay in the house and not associate with people. With her being a cheerleader, most cheerleaders, they are very social, they're like social butterflies. And for a person to be sitting up cooped up in the house all day every day and no interaction with people, that can bring even more mental harm to a person. Okay, she might be one of these people that needs to be around people, to feel a certain way. And so a lot of people have to take into account that there's been a lot of mental health issues going on during this pandemic. And these are the end results. Okay, we've seen more and more people commit suicide, lately in the last couple of years. Okay, and they're college students too. Okay, and they're kids. Okay, we really didn't see suicides like that, especially in the black community like that. We really didn't see suicides like this, but it's starting to pick up a little bit more. And I believe it's because of the pressures of life. Okay, okay, and everybody's not equipped to deal with it. Not to mention, she basically shouted out her grandfather, who was probably the most important person in her life, you know, basically stating that if he was around, he would talk. He's probably the only one that can probably talk her out of it. So her losing him on top of that, is probably the reason why she's been so depressed. Okay. We have to really take into account that during this pandemic, the mental health of people is probably at an all-time low. And it doesn't even matter how old you are. Okay, you can be in your teens, you can be in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s. It doesn't matter. The mental health of people is pretty much at an all-time low. Violence in America has gone up astronomically. Okay, it really has. And a lot of divorces, a lot of breakups, a lot of domestic violence, a lot of different things that's been going on since this pandemic has spiked. Okay. So for all you parents out there, I want you guys to really, really pay more close attention to your children. Okay, because your children right now are going through something that they've never gone through before. Okay, you have to pay close attention to the children now, because this shit is getting real. And the sad part about it is that this isn't over. We're gonna see where I hope I'm wrong. I really do. I pray that I'm wrong. But we're gonna see more situations like this occur. My personal opinion. This is only the beginning. Girls like her, she should be at the top. She should be at the prime of her life. This should be a moment where she should be going through the best time of her life right now. Yet and still it was the worst time of her life. She's a pretty girl. She's 19 years old. She's going to college. She's a cheerleader. She got everything going for her, but inside she's falling apart. And it ain't because she's weak. Okay? It ain't none of that. Just because a person commits suicide doesn't say that they're mentally weak. Okay? I don't even want to hear that anymore. Okay? She got everything going for herself, but still, there was something wrong. And that means that she must have been dealing with some traumatic stuff that happened to her early in her life. Don't know what that is, not going to speculate. Okay? But I know one thing, she's dealing with something that's been traumatic for years. And then all of a sudden, everything has pretty much, not gone her way. Tore her knee up. Okay? She probably had some relationships with boys that didn't go right. Then losing a grandfather, losing a very important person in her life. She's lost a lot of things. And sometimes, and then it causes everything to basically fall apart. So I'm here to tell you that mental health is real, and there's nothing wrong with seeking therapy. Okay, we as Black people have to get out of this notion that we don't need therapy. Yeah, I think everybody needs somebody to talk to. And my only thing is that she might not have had enough people that she can talk to, to tell her, to give her an answer on what could be going wrong with her. So I strongly advise Black people to really, 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 you know, don't feel bad that if you have to see a psychologist or a psychiatrist, don't feel bad. There's something wrong with everybody. Okay. And the preacher, the church, is not going to give you all the answers. They're not going to give you the answers that you need. They're just going to tell you that to believe in God and everything else will fall in place. And that's not enough today. I'm sorry, but it's really not. Okay. I really suggest that people go out there and seek some help if you need it. There's plenty of places that you can go. That's what I would say. She's too young for her to feel this way. Okay. She's way too young. And I believe that the pandemic and the pressures of life, her having to go to school, her having to excel in school, her having to cheerlead and keep her stuff going and tearing up her knee and everything all came at one time. And she couldn't handle it. And then she couldn't really talk to anybody about what she was going through and give her the answers that she needed to get past whatever she was going through. She's 19 years old. That's too young for even a 19-year-old to consider suicide. It's way too young. That's what I would say with this. Mental health is real, people. And let's stop. I personally believe that you have to be a person that's mentally strong to deal with social media. I don't think everybody is built to be on social media at all. I don't think people are ready to deal with the comment section. You know, some people are not mentally strong enough to see what other people see. Just dealing with the Kevin Samuel situation, you can just tell how evil people are. So you have to have a very strong, mental fortitude to get through, to even deal with social media. If you have confidence issues, or if you have issues to where your self-esteem is not that good or not that strong, I strongly advise you to not be on social media, Instagram, IG, Twitter, Facebook, all these social media things. I think people need to not be on those things. You have to be mentally prepared. You have to mentally prepare yourself for that, and everybody is not. Okay, women themselves are always going to question how they look. Their confidence is already fragile as is. I don't care how beautiful a woman is. I don't care. Okay, a woman can get 1,000 likes, and all it takes is 2 likes and 2 dislikes to bring her all the way down. Okay, now I'm not saying all women are like that, but a lot of women are like that. And you have to have a very thick skin to be on social media. That's what I will say. So if you don't care what other people think about about you as a person, or even how you look, you know what I'm saying, then you can survive on social media. But if you have, confidence issues, I strongly advise you not to be on social media that much, because it's destroying people mentally. I can tell you that right now. I'm willing to bet that, ever since social media has come about in the last, 10 years, 10, 15 years, I'm willing to bet that suicides have gone up. I'm willing to bet that drug use, as far as like getting prescribed drugs from the psychologist, has gone up. I'm willing to bet that. I haven't even looked at the numbers, but I'm willing to bet it. Suicides have gone up, and being prescribed pills from a doctor, psychologist, psychiatrist, has gone up as well. That's what I would say. Stay off of social media if you're not able to handle it, because I believe that played a role too. I'm not saying that's the only thing that played a role with her, but I'm willing to bet that it played some of a role. Okay, and pay attention to your children. Okay, tell your children, if you have children right now and they're on their phone all day, you got to tell them, put down the phone, put it all down. Okay, we need to go back to having family dinners. And when you have family dinners, everybody puts their phone up, parents included. There is no phone use at the dinner table. There is no phone use when we're having family time. We need to get off these phones. That's the problem too. That's what I would say. Moving forward, I want y'all to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on IG. It's your boy King Marko. I'm signing out. Mental health is real, y'all. If y'all got any issues with yourselves, man, get yourselves checked out. There's nothing wrong with asking for help, y'all. That's the moral of this story. There's nothing wrong with asking for help. I'm out.